Now, so if you're given this kind of information, the teams here. So we have our teams. Let me see, first of all, whether there is anybody here. There are people who are on the waiting line. So if, for example, you are given this kind of information, ladies and gentlemen, you are given this kind of information here, where they have given us teams. You can see these teams here, they are few. But at times, they will give you teams like 10,000 teams, right? Having like, for example, even 1,000 teams, just 1,000 teams, 1,000 rows, it will not be very easy for you to single out one team. So like now here, given here the teams they have given us, just for purpose of illustration, if somebody comes and tells you to look up for information, to look up a team called Lazio, So what I'll do, I'll come and have, first of all, the table in terms of column titles here, exactly matching what we have here, like team, country, Champions League, games played, points earned, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment I do that, now I need to ask myself, which lookup function do I need? Which lookup function do I need for me to be able to look up for this Lazio? Lazio happens to be part of a column here. It happens to be part of a column that is vertical. And that is why amongst the lookup functions here, I should pick a vertical lookup. I can't pick, in this case here, I can't pick, for instance, a horizontal lookup. Here I can only pick a vertical lookup. Or if, for example, I know, or I have this Office 365, I could also opt, ladies and gentlemen, to do what here? I could also opt to use what we call the X lookup. But I want to use this class to show you how to VLOOKUP. So how do we VLOOKUP? We'll come here, ladies and gentlemen, after I've written the team that they want me to look for, Lazio, so what I'll do, I'll come here and say equals. Remember, equals is the way to activate a cell, is the way to make a cell active. So once I say equals, now I want the function. The function here is VLOOKUP. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, the moment I start typing VLOOKUP, I can see VLOOKUP down there coming as a function in blue color. So it comes like that in blue color. What I need to do right away, when it comes like that in blue color, there is a button there called tab. Tab is on top of your caps lock. On top of your caps lock, you'll be able to see tab. This button that has got two arrows, one arrow moving like this, the other arrow moving like that, on top of the caps lock. Is there somebody who is able to see that button called tab? Is there somebody who is able to see that button called tab? Anybody who is able to see that button called tab? Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Just go to your comments. Yes. So then what I need to do, ladies and gentlemen, once you see this particular function coming down there as a blue tick, so you simply press tab once. When you press tab once, you can now see VLOOKUP has already entered the cell where you wanted it to enter. And then now they have also given you the formula. They have expanded the formula for you. For example, they want you to pick the lookup value. So lookup value, what do we have here under lookup value? Lookup value is the lookup item. What are you looking up, ladies and gentlemen, for? I'm looking up for a team called Lazio. Now, once I press there, Lazio is the team that I want. I'm seeing in this case here, cell H4 has been highlighted, the cell of Lazio. But now remember, the lookup functions normally confuse students because of what here? Because of the referencing, because of the fixing. Like now here, I would want to fix H. Because you see, this is the column that I would want to write here. This is the column that I would want to write. This is the column that I would want to write. This is the column that I would want to write. This is the column that I would want to always play my game. I would want my column H being an outside column here. I would want all my teams here to be organized. I don't want a situation where these cells here can move to the right or whatever. So I would want, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to fix column H. This is something you'll be knowing as we get along. It's quite a simple thing. So I would want to fix column H. How do we fix column H? I'll just come and put a cursor before H. I'll come and put a cursor before H, and of course, fixing, we use this currency of the superpower country. Superpower country is America, is the US. So I'll have to fix the H by pressing a dollar. Dollar is 4. So I'll have to say shift 4. Shift button number 4. And then once I press like that, you're able to see, ladies and gentlemen, you're able to see the dollar H. So H is already fixed. H is fixed. H is fixed. H is fixed. There's the student who was not muted. My video will really be very distracted. The student who wasn't muted. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been able to fix what here? I've been able to fix H. So what I'll do is to continue with my journey. Come and take your cursor there, say comma. Because you can see after lookup value, they want you to say a comma there. After that, what next do they want? They want me to select the information from where I'm looking up this information, from where I'm looking up this particular team called Lazio. It's called a table array. So for a table array, what am I required to do, ladies and gentlemen, for a table array? For a table array, what they want me to do is to come and highlight this entire table. So when highlighting, I can decide to use my mother tongue, where I'll come and just do the usual highlighting like this. Right? I just highlight manually. Or in this case, ladies and gentlemen, I could come and use what, like a professional Excel advanced user will use, Control Shift, and then I'll use the arrows to navigate. So Control Shift, you say the right arrow. It first of all, in this case, it selects all the column titles. Control Shift down, it now selects what here, somebody, the entire table, the entire table. Ladies and gentlemen, listen and listen to me. This table array, I don't want this table to be dancing. Table array must always be what here? Fixed. We must anchor a table array. How do we anchor a table array? We need to come, ladies and gentlemen, and put $1 before B, $1 before 3, $1 before F, $1 before 12, because for the table, we fix everything. Instead of just doing it manually, putting $1 before 3, $1 before B, $1, what you need to do, there is a button called F4. There is a button on top there called F4. When you press F4 at once like that, you'll be able to see all the dollars coming up. And once you see that, ladies and gentlemen, now what you need to do is to come and say comma there. And then now you can see here, they want a column index. Column index, which country are we talking about? We are talking about, or rather, which the column of the country, because we are looking for Lazio's country. So Lazio's country, they want column index. Country happens to be column number 2. Go even to the original table. This is number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. So I want column number what here, column number 2 like that. After pressing column, you can see they want me to put a comma. So when you put a comma like that, ladies and gentlemen, you can see they are talking of an exact match. They're talking over an approximate match. For us, ladies and gentlemen, in finance, we don't want approximated values. But if you miss Lazio, you go for the nearest parameter. No. For us, ladies and gentlemen, in finance, we always work with the exact matches. We always work with the exact matches. Now, I would want you to listen and listen to me very well. When I press this comma, even before I press, if I go back a little bit, when I go back a little bit, after column index, what do they want me to do? They want me to press a comma. And then the next thing you can see here is inside brackets, fainted letters there, fainted words there, inside brackets. Meaning kwamba hiyo kitu kwa bracket which is fainted is not a must for you to do, is not a must for you to insert anything there. Actually for us, after we place a comma there, it can use a true or exact match. The best thing is to close the bracket. Don't even try to pick exact match there. Just close the bracket, because that thing, whenever it is in bracket like that, range lookup is in bracket like that, it's not mandatory. Once you press comma, simply come and close the bracket like that. And then you say enter. And then you say enter. Then you'll be able to see what here somebody, you'll be able to see Italy coming up. You'll be able to see Italy coming up. So I would want to give you exactly 1 minute, and then you try, ladies and gentlemen, doing what I have done. You try doing what I've done, and then we compare notes ourselves here. Yes. So already I have been able to get Italy here. Now the thing that I need to do is to come and copy the formula to the right. So I would want to copy the formula to the right. So copying, there are so many ways you could use to copy. Very many ways you can use to copy. Let me use mother tongue. Mother tongue, you come and take this cursor hapa, kakuweka plus kadogo. Kala ka plus kadogo, lakini compact plus. Ukishafika hapo, you hold on to this, alafu na drag. You drag namna hiyo, umeona ina copy direct. In a copy your formula to the right. But later on, I'll be showing you how to do those copying function automatically. For now, tuache maneno because of time. So hebu niambieni kwanza kama kuna mwanafunzi amefika hapo jameni. Iko mwanafunzi amefika hapo kweli? Is there any student who has been able to do exactly like that, and then you're able to see Italy throughout, Italy throughout, Italy throughout, Italy throughout? Any student who has been able to do that? Charles says yes. Nelly says yes. We've been able to, right? Thank you very much, James. Many students haven't told me yet where they are, whether they are there. Many students haven't told me whether they are there to highlight. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after that, what I need to realize is that I'm not okay, because I wanted this thing to tell me Lazio, like you can see Lazio here, Champions League, never played Champions League. So I wanted it to, but I know where the mistake is. What I need to do, ladies and gentlemen, what I need to do is to go to every, like this Italy is okay, but the second Italy is not okay. But you see, the second Italy is not okay because this is supposed to be the third column. So I'm supposed to come to this columnar value where it's reading 2 there. I need to come and place 3 there. When I place 3 there, I say enter. You'll be able to see it's giving me now the right thing. I go to the next one, Italy. This game's played is supposed to be column number 4. So column is this one. I'll come and I say column number 4. I say enter. And then we have Italy, column number 5. Column number 5. Column number 5, I say enter. Column number 5, I say enter. Could you kindly tell me whether there is anybody who has been able to replicate those columns, ladies and gentlemen? Is there anybody who has been able to change those columns there? Anybody who has been able to change those columns and gotten? So Charles is saying yes. Charles is saying yes. How about the other students? How about the other students? The other students, I'm still waiting to hear from them. Kathy, Catherine, Dilly has not spoken at all. Joseph, yes. Kathy, yes. Thank you very much. Now we can continue, ladies and gentlemen, then. We can continue here, ladies and gentlemen. So what I need to do is to come live and now show you the next thing. So you see, Excel is all about automation. Now what you need to do is to come and highlight this row, the whole of it, using this big plus, not the small one. Simply highlight this. Although the best, if I'm the one highlighting, I'll say Control Shift. I move like that, touches everything. Right, ladies and gentlemen, from there, now I should be able to extend this maybe down, say 3 or 4. So of course you can see those errors being displayed. They're not a problem. So what I'll need to do is to come and, for example, now if somebody now asks me to give them information about Bayan is one of the teams, or about Arsenal. I know in this particular room there must be Arsenal diehards. So I'll come and press there Arsenal. And then I should be able to say enter. It will give me all information about Arsenal automatically. England, yes, 38-79. Ukija hapa kwa Arsenal, utaona Arsenal England, yes, 38-79. So mimi nimesha automate already. Ukija niambia, for example, nataka information about Milan, na hii kitu imeangusha wanafunzi wengi sana interview, hii kitu ya VLOOKUP. Na unapatiwa sheet kubwa, unaambiwa sasa tafuta information. So Milan, like that. So I don't know whether there is any student now who has been able to really reach to where I have reached. Be through with this. Great. So now I want us to look at the HLOOKUP. So HLOOKUP, ladies and gentlemen, what do I have over here? So for the HLOOKUP, if you look at this information, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to see my teams now are arranged in horizontal format. Horizontal format, and the Milan happens to be what here? Happens to be among these row items which are horizontal. So meaning that what I need to do here is to come and say equals. When I say equals there, I want to use the horizontal lookup. So I'll start punching there HL, and then I can see the HLOOKUP horizontal, because my Milan there is in a horizontal row. So then what I need to do is to come and say tab. When I say tab, I want the lookup value. So I want this Milan. Milan is a lookup item. And I was explaining here, ladies and gentlemen, that the column H, I would want it to be dollar anchored. So shift number 4, right? Nikuje mbele sasa tena, so niseme comma. From there, they want the table array. Table array has got no problem. Now what I need to do is to come and press on the team there, and then I go back and say Control, Shift. I press the right side arrow in the navigation key, and then I go down. After I finish, now I'm getting to understand this. The table array must always be absolutely referenced. Absolutely. So how do you absolutely reference? How do you absolutely anchor? You say F4. There's a button called F4. F4. So when I press F4, you'll be able to see now the dollars coming in front of each of them. And then I'll come and say, comma. From there now they're asking for the row index. Row index, now you have to be very, very careful. You know, it is row index. The item that I would want to ascertain right now, ladies and gentlemen, is the country of Milan. And the country of Milan, you can see country is row number 2. You don't start counting, you don't use this Excel row numbering from the beginning. One team is number 1, row number 2. So it's row number 2 like that. So from there, of course, I'll come and say comma. When I say comma, I can see this talking about this thing of approximate match, exact match, which happens to be in this range bracket thing. Whenever something is in bracket for us in Excel, that is not very relevant to us. So ikiwa in bracket namna hiyo, hata usiandike chochote, ignore it, simply come and close your bracket. You say shift, close bracket like that. Alafu unasema enter. Unasema enter. Let me give you 1 minute. Ladies and gentlemen. You try seeing whether you can reach to where I have reached. Let me give you 1 minute, because I can see I still have a lot of time. I told you the HLOOKUP, the moment you've understood VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP is a 1 minute thing. Even 10 minutes I was exaggerating. Let me give you 1 minute. You tell me whether you are able to get that Italy being the return parameter. Please advise. Please advise. I want to see celebrations, because in Excel, we really have to be happy. We have to be very happy. So I would want to see celebrations. Nelly says, yes, got it. For Excel, we have to be very happy for us to be able to do what I wish you got to see me whenever I discover a new thing in Excel. At times I can even stand up and dance. It is a thing. That's how I put it permanently in my head. Right. Got it too. Great. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if that is the case, because now time is not on my side, what interesting. Thank you very much, Joseph. Great. So now what I need to do is to come here. Now I copy the formula onto the right. So copying the formula onto the right, the easiest way for my students is to come and place the cursor at the corner here. So now it's a small plus, meaning autofill. So I'll come straight away, not click, but hold on to that, and then I highlight like that. And then I can see Italy, not a problem. I know that this thing is responding to my rows. Of course, for the country is row number 2. How about Champions League? Champions League is row number 3. So I need to come here, ladies and gentlemen, and Basically, when I press on this Italy, the third row item, I need to come and change here. I need to come and change there. So there you say 3, then you say enter. You can see it is telling you Milan played Champions League. Games played. Ladies and gentlemen, come and say row number 4. Simply change the row number. You say row number 4. And then you come here. Points and you start counting from it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So points and is number 5. Points and is number 5, like that. You say enter. After that, now it's about automation, so that now in this interview, these people who are interviewing you should know that you've been taught by a doctor in Excel. So you come and automate. So in an interview process, you need also at times to be like an interview. You ask them whether there is any other thing they would want you to search for. So if they tell you search for Borussia, you simply come there, you press Borussia, like that, and then you say enter. So Borussia enter, you can see mine has not yet returned anything. So it means I must have, of course, I must be having a problem with how I've spelled. There's a misspelling there, of course. You can see I have double R, and here it has single R and double S. So I need to correct that ASAP. R should be 1, and then we have S, we should be having 2 Borussia, like that. So when I have it nicely, I'll be able to see it is returning information about Borussia. Borussia is a team in Germany. Yes, everything now is correct. 34, 71 points earned. 71 points earned. Brilliant. If, for example, they want me to search for a hamburger, what I need to do is to come and say hamburger here, hamburger. I hope the spelling is right. No, I've again missed out on R for hamburger. I've missed out on R. There's an R which is supposed to be there, and then I say enter. So you'll be able to see it returning information automatically. So ladies and gentlemen,